Hello, and welcome to the most must-see conspiracy show. Detective Catch here, your conspiracy theory expert. Let me now paint you a picture of a world different from the one you know. A world where the government is not what it seems, where powerful secret societies pull the strings from behind the scenes, and where ancient conspiracies dating back centuries are still at play. A world where the truth is hidden in plain sight, and only those with the courage to seek it out will ever truly understand the forces that shape our reality. As I delve deeper into the world of conspiracy theories, I uncover shocking truths that the mainstream media doesn't want you to know. But be warned, as you delve deeper into the world of conspiracy, you may find that the truth is more horrifying than you could have ever imagined. Today we'll analyze Scientology. Scientology stresses spiritual progress via study and practice. Their teachings center on Xenu, a cosmic tyrant who is supposed to have destroyed billions of aliens in the Wall of Fire. The cult claims that all humans contain alien souls, causing a spiritual ailment that can only be cured by following their teachings. The Church of Scientology, established in 1953 by L. Ron Hubbard, is based on the teachings of Hubbard's 1951 book Dianetics, The Modern Science of Mental Health. L. Ron Hubbard was a science fiction writer who was quoted saying, "You don't get rich writing science fiction. If you want to get rich, you start a religion," which should already raise some red flags. Scientologists divide the universe into material and spiritual. They believe Scientology can create spirituality. Today, the United States government acknowledges Scientology as a legitimate religion in the country. Even though the precise number of Scientology adherents is unknown, the Church of Scientology has millions of followers across the world. It has been accused of engaging in a variety of unethical practices, such as pressuring its members to donate large sums of money and engaging in litigation in order to silence its detractors. The church continues to expand and has a presence in the majority of the major cities all over the world, in spite of the controversies that have arisen over its existence. In some instances, members of the congregation have been required to sign contracts that stipulate they will give the church a predetermined amount of their income on a regular basis. The use of litigation as a means of silencing critics is yet another illustration of the unethical behavior exhibited by the Church of Scientology. The church has initiated a number of legal actions against news organizations and other critics in an effort to silence them and prevent them from criticizing the church in public. The church has, in some instances, been successful in preventing these critics from speaking out, which has allowed it to avoid public scrutiny for its unethical practices. One example of the unethical practices that the Church of Scientology engages in is its use of aggressive recruitment strategies to bring in new members. The church has used a variety of strategies, such as providing free personality tests and promising members rewards and benefits if they decide to join the organization, in order to entice individuals to join the organization. In addition, it is common practice for the church to exert pressure on its members to make substantial financial contributions, most frequently in the form of large, one-time payments. Because of this, some of the members are now unable to afford even the most fundamental of requirements. In addition to this, the Church of Scientology has been accused of participating in a wide variety of criminal endeavors. Fraud, misuse of funds, and money laundering are just a few examples of illegal activities that have been linked to the church. In addition to this, the church has been accused of employing its resources in order to conduct surveillance on both its members and its adversaries. The fact that Scientology is now regarded as a legitimate religion has resulted in a significant influx of famous people into its ranks. Members of the church include some of the most famous people in the world, including actors Tom Cruise, John Travolta, and Kirstie Alley. Recently, celebrity Lee Remini, best known for her role as Carrie on the television show King of Queens, revealed the truth about her upbringing in the Scientology religion. In recent years, there has been a lot of attention focused on Remini's past involvement with the Church of Scientology. Remini joined the church in 1979 and was eventually elevated to the position of patron in 2003. He was a member of the church for a very long time, but in 2013, after becoming disillusioned with the church's practices, which included aggressive recruitment tactics and attempts to silence critics through litigation. Rimini left the church. When Rimini was just 9 years old, her mother became a member of the religious organization, which is how Rimini first became involved with the church. During the entirety of her time spent in the church, Rimini's relationship with the leadership of the organization, including David Miscavige, was fraught with conflict. Due to the fact that she frequently questioned the policies and procedures of the church, she was humiliated and subjected to criticism, which ultimately resulted in her leaving the organization in the year 2013. Rimini has been an outspoken critic of the organization ever since she left the Church of Scientology. Troublemaker. Surviving Hollywood and Scientology is the title of the book that she has written about her experience, and she has also made numerous appearances on television and radio programs to talk about her experience. She has also been an outspoken advocate for those who have been affected by the church's practices, such as former members and their families. Rimini's experience with the Church of Scientology has led to widespread public scrutiny of the organization and the practices it employs. Her book, as well as her public appearances, have helped shed light on the questionable methods that the church employs, such as its use of aggressive recruitment methods and its attempts to silence critics through the use of litigation. In addition, the telling of her story has given the general public a perspective that has not previously been available to them on the inner workings of the church, which have been largely hidden from view. Rimini's time spent working for the Church of Scientology has, in general, had a significant impact and been instrumental in bringing to light the organization's unethical and frequently illegal business practices. Her story has shed light on the struggles of former members, as well as the tactics used by the church to attract new members and silence its critics. Her story has also shed light on the tactics used by the church to attract new members and silence its critics. Her background has also been instrumental in increasing the amount of public attention focused on the organization, which raises the possibility that additional regulations and controls will be imposed in the not-too-distant future. In recent years, information regarding Valerie Haney's time spent as a member of the Church of Scientology has been widely disseminated due to the fact that she is now a public figure. At the age of 12, Haney became a member of the church, and after years of hard work, she earned a place as a trusted member of the church's inner circle. Eventually, she was promoted to the position of assistant to the church's leader, David Miscavige. However, Haney's involvement with the Scientology church was not at all a positive experience for her. She was forced to eat food that had been thrown out in the garbage, and was subjected to physical and mental abuse, including being locked in a storage room for weeks at a time and being forced to eat alone. In addition to being subjected to intense scrutiny and criticism, she was informed that in order to remain in the church, she would need to renounce her family and friends. The Church of Scientology made an effort to exert control over other aspects of Haney's life as well, going so far as to tell her who she could date and what she could wear in her personal life outside of the church. She was also expected to comply with the leader's orders and had to abide by the many rules that were imposed on her, regardless of how unreasonable they were. In 2016, Haney made the decision to leave the Church of Scientology after becoming more and more disappointed with the organization's policies and procedures. Since that time, she has been a strident critic of the organization and has shed light on the inner workings of the group for the benefit of the general public. Her story has shed light on the church's dubious and frequently unlawful practices, which were previously hidden from public view. Despite all of this, the Church of Scientology is one of the few religious organizations in the United States that is exempt from paying taxes. This is because Scientology is considered a charitable organization. Since the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, initially granted this exemption in 1993, it has been the subject of debate ever since that time. Due to the church's unethical and frequently unlawful practices, Some individuals have argued that the institution should not be eligible for any special tax exemptions. This decision has been widely criticized, with many people arguing that the church should not be given special treatment as a tax-exempt organization because of its unethical practices, such as its aggressive tactics against critics and former members, as well as its reported abuse of its members. Some people believe that the church hides its financial dealings and the wealth of its leaders by taking advantage of the fact that it is exempt from paying taxes. And that concludes today's episode. But like always, remember that we must unite as a community while the world around us continues to twist and corrupt. In the face of uncertainty, we must stand together in support of one another. You are helping our channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video, as well as promoting awareness and community cohesion. Only together can we overcome the darkness and meet any obstacle that arises. As a result, I kindly request that you take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with your loved ones. Let's unite and grow stronger collectively. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay vigilant.